Commander Elena Rivera stood at the observation deck of the Lunar Defense Command, her dark eyes fixed on the pale blue dot of Earth hanging in the void. The weight of humanity's most closely guarded secret pressed heavily on her shoulders as she reviewed the morning's reports on her neural interface. Another alien probe had entered the solar system, making it the 7th this month. Like all the others, it would find exactly what humanity wanted it to find. A civilization apparently consumed by internal affairs, oblivious to the greater galaxy around them. Commander, her AI assistant materialized beside her, its holographic form deliberately simplified to conserve processing power. The Chinese quantum array has detected another transmission burst from the Proxima Centauri cluster. They're getting more insistent. Elena allowed herself a small smile. Let me guess, another first contact package, complete with basic mathematics, chemistry, and an invitation to join the galactic community. Correct. This one includes what appears to be a warning about our continued use of fossil fuels and their impact on planetary development. Elena almost laughed at the irony. Earth hadn't burned a drop of fossil fuel in nearly 15 years, but the careful illusion they maintained showed otherwise. Smoke generators at strategic locations and carefully modified satellite data painted a picture of a world still struggling with industrial-age problems. Status of Project Lighthouse, she asked, turning away from Earth's image. Phase 3 completed ahead of schedule. The quantum entanglement network now spans all major colonies from Luna to Titan. Zero-lag communication is fully operational, though we continue to use traditional radio for any transmissions that might be intercepted. The commander nodded, making her way to the central command hub. Holographic displays showed the positions of every known alien observation post in the solar system. They had counted 43 distinct species watching Earth, each believing they were undetected, each waiting for humanity to finally notice them. New message from Director Chen at the Mars facility. The AI announced. The gravity manipulation experiments have exceeded expectations. They've successfully created a localized space-time bubble that remained stable for 72 hours. This was the real reason for humanity's self-imposed isolation. 70 years ago, when the first alien signals were detected, Earth's leaders had made an unprecedented decision. Instead of responding with enthusiasm like every other young civilization apparently did, they would wait. Watch. Learn. What they learned changed everything. The gathered data revealed a galaxy bound by treaties, technological sharing agreements, and careful development guidelines. Every civilization that joined the galactic community was subtly guided along predetermined technological paths. Innovation was encouraged, but only within established parameters. Display the latest analysis of alien technological development rates. Elena commanded. The AI complied, projecting a complex graph showing thousands of civilizations' progress over time. The pattern was unmistakable. After contact, they all followed nearly identical development curves. But humanity had chosen a different path. Security breach detected in Sector 7. The AI suddenly announced. Civilian researcher accessed restricted data regarding the Titan quantum cores. Elena's expression hardened. Identity. Dr. Marcus Wong, Theoretical Physics Department. He appears to have been probing our security systems systematically for weeks. Is he working alone? Negative. Analysis suggests connections to at least 3 alien observation posts. He may be attempting to reveal our true technological status to the galactic community. Elena closed her eyes for a moment. This wasn't the first attempt at exposure, and it wouldn't be the last. There were always those who believed humanity should join the galactic community, who thought isolation was holding them back. They didn't understand the price of admission. Initiate Protocol Omega-7, she commanded. Full containment. Confirmed. Security teams are en route. Should we prepare the standard cover story? Yes. Industrial accident. Make it convincing. As she watched the security operation unfold on her neural display, Alina remembered the words that had started them down this path, spoken by the first commander of lunar defense. The galaxy offers us a choice: join their civilization, or build our own. They won't expect us to choose neither. A notification flashed in her peripheral vision. Another alien signal, this one stronger than the others. They were getting impatient. Soon, they would demand an answer to their increasingly urgent messages. But humanity would maintain its silence. In the hidden labs beneath the lunar surface, in the secret cities under Mars' red soil, and in the mysterious facilities orbiting Saturn, they were building something unprecedented. A civilization that had learned from the galaxy's example without being bound by its limitations. Alina turned back to Earth's image, a predatory smile playing across her features. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Humanity's response, when it finally came, would reshape the galaxy's understanding of what was possible. The true question wasn't whether humanity would join the galactic community, but whether the galactic community was ready for humanity. Senior observer Thorthel's chromatic scales shifted from their usual azure to a troubled violet as he reviewed the latest data streams from Earth. After 3 decades of watching this puzzling species, he was no closer to understanding them than when he'd first arrived. Display temporal comparison, he commanded his ship's eye. The holographic chamber around him filled with 2 parallel Earth scenes, one from 30 years ago, another from yesterday. The differences were subtle, almost imperceptible to an untrained eye. They maintained the appearance of minimal progress, his assistant Vera noted, her tentacles curling in frustration. Their visible technology advances at exactly the rate one would expect for a pre-contact civilization. And yet, Sorfel continued, nothing adds up. He focused the display on a seemingly ordinary cargo vessel crossing the Pacific Ocean. To most observers, it appeared to be burning primitive fossil fuels, leaving the expected pollution trail. But Sorthel's most sensitive instruments had detected something else, a complete absence of actual exhaust particles. The smoke was artificial, a perfect visual simulation. "Show me the Antarctica anomaly," he commanded. The view shifted to the southern continent. At first glance, it appeared unchanged, a vast expanse of ice and research stations. But when Sorfel overlaid the gravitational readings, an impossible pattern emerged. Something beneath the ice was bending space-time itself. The Council remained skeptical of your theories, Vera reminded him. They believe you've become obsessed with finding patterns where none exist. Sorfel's scales rippled with amusement. The Council sees what humanity wants them to see. A young species struggling with climate change, political divisions, and technological growing pains. They watch humans launch primitive chemical rockets to their orbital stations and feel smugly superior. He brought up another display, this one showing energy readings from the far side of Luna. But explain this. Every 37 hours, something on their moon generates a quantum signature that our most advanced sensors can barely detect. It's like nothing in the galactic database. A priority alert flashed across their screens. Another observation post, this one staffed by the crystalline Exthi, was reporting unusual activity in Earth's asteroid belt. Display, Sorfel commanded. The holographic chamber showed a routine mining operation. Humans using basic fusion drives to move asteroids into processing positions. But as they watched, Sorfel's enhanced sensors picked up a split-second anomaly. One of the asteroids hadn't been pushed by the fusion drive at all. It had moved itself. Nanoscale manipulation, Vera whispered, her tentacles writhing in excitement. They've developed programmable matter. And they're hiding it in plain sight. Sorfel brought up his classified findings, just like their quantum experiments disguised as weather stations. Their zero-point energy research hidden in plain view as failed fusion projects. Their artificial gravity technology masked by conventional thrust engines. A new signal caught their attention. Another first contact message being broadcast from one of the 14 other species monitoring Earth. This one, like all the others, would be met with silence. But why? Vera asked, gesturing at the data streams. Why expend so much energy maintaining this deception? Why not simply join the galactic community and benefit from our combined knowledge? Thorful's scales shifted to the deep green of revelation, because they've seen something in us that troubles them, something that made them choose isolation. He brought up the standard technological development curves, the nearly identical paths that every species followed after first contact. We offer guidance, protection, knowledge, and in return, they follow our path. Vera finished, understanding dawning in her compound eyes. Exactly. But humans. Thorful expanded the display, showing Earth's hidden development signatures. They're not following any path we recognize. They're building something new, something different. A proximity alert layered through the ship. An Earth vessel was approaching their cloaked observation post, a routine occurrence, as human ships often passed nearby. But this time, something was different. The ship, ostensibly a simple atmospheric research platform, turned to face them directly. For a brief moment, its sensors swept across their position with a level of sophistication that should have been impossible for Earth's public technology level. Then it moved on, continuing its announced mission as if nothing had happened. "They know we're here," Vera said softly. "They've always known." Thorful's scales shifted to battle-ready crimson. The question isn't whether they can detect us. The question is, why do they let us watch? As if in answer, their sensors detected a massive energy spike from beneath the lunar surface. For a fraction of a second, space itself seemed to hiccup. When their systems recovered, everything appeared normal, except for a small quantum signature that matched no known physics model in the galactic database. Humanity wasn't just developing in isolation. They were preparing for something. And Thorful had a growing suspicion that when they finally broke their silence, the galaxy would never be the same. Dr. Maya Patel traced her fingers across the quantum display, manipulating strings of impossible mathematics that floated in the air before her. A kilometer beneath Mars' surface, in a facility that officially didn't exist, she was rewriting the laws of physics. "Phase synchronization complete," announced the lab's eye. "Ready to begin test sequence 47. Around her, the massive chamber hummed with power. What appeared to be a simple research lab to the alien observer's most sophisticated scanning technology was actually the control center for Project Prometheus, humanity's greatest secret. "Begin primary sequence," Maya commanded. Full spectrum monitoring. The air in the center of the chamber began to shimmer. A perfect sphere of distorted space-time formed, exactly 3 meters in diameter. Inside, the fundamental forces of the universe bent to human will. "Dr. Patel," her neural link chimed. "Commander Rivera is requesting a status update." Maya smiled. Even with their quantum entanglement network, they maintained the appearance of using traditional communication channels. "Put her through on a standard encrypted line. Let our watchers think we're still using primitive cryptography." Elena Rivera's hologram appeared, deliberately degraded to match expected technological limitations. "How close are we?" "The containment field is stable," Maya reported, sending detailed data through their secure quantum link while speaking mundane progress reports aloud. "Energy efficiency has improved by 12% since last month." What she couldn't say aloud was that they had achieved something unprecedented: complete control over gravitational fields at the quantum level. The technology that would revolutionize human civilization was being developed right under the noses of their alien observers. "New contact," the AI announced. "Unregistered vessel entering lunar orbit." Maya's hands flew across the interface, initiating camouflage protocols. The massive energy signatures of their experiments vanished behind carefully crafted false readings. To any observer, it would appear that they were conducting routine geological surveys. "Classification?" Elena asked. "Unknown design. No match in our database of known observer species." This was new. For decades, they had cataloged and studied every alien civilization that washed Earth. They knew their technologies, their limitations, their expectations. An unknown variable was dangerous. Security breach in Section 9. The AI suddenly reported. Quantum fluctuation detected. Maya's blood ran cold. Section 9 housed the prototype quantum cores, the technology that would allow humanity to reshape reality itself. If their visitors had detected it, initiate Protocol Shadow, Alina commanded. Full spectrum. Around the world and across the solar system, humanity's hidden achievements began to disappear behind even deeper layers of deception. Quantum cores powered down, experimental facilities shifted phase, and advanced technology merged seamlessly with their primitive facades. But in her secure lab beneath the Martian surface, Maya continued her work. The sphere of distorted space-time held steady, a testament to how far humanity had come on their isolated path. "They're scanning the entire system," Alina reported. "These aren't our usual watchers. Their technology is different." Maya accessed the sensor feeds through her neural link. The unknown vessel was using scanning techniques they'd never encountered before. For a moment, she feared their carefully constructed deception might fail. Then she noticed something that made her laugh. "What's amusing about this situation, Doctor?" Elena asked, tension evident in her voice. "They're scanning technology," Maya explained. "It's exactly what we theorized would be the next logical step in conventional development. They're looking for exactly what they expect to find, using exactly the methods we predicted they would develop." Understanding dawned in Elena's eyes. "While we've been developing in completely different directions." "Precisely. They can't detect our quantum cores because they're not looking for anything like them. They can't see our phase-shifted facilities because the very concept is outside their development path." The alert flashed across Maya's display. The sphere in the center of her lab had achieved perfect stability. Another breakthrough that would remain hidden for now. "How much longer?" Elena asked, understanding the implications. Maya studied the data streaming through her neural link. "The final pieces are falling into place. The quantum network is stable. The phase shift technology is reliable. The gravity manipulation systems are ready." She paused, looking at the sphere that represented humanity's future. "We're almost ready to show the galaxy what humanity has become. And our new visitors. Let them watch," Maya said, her fingers dancing across the quantum interface. "Let them think they're observing a primitive species struggling to reach the stars. When the time comes, they'll understand why we chose to walk our own path." In orbit above Mars, the unknown vessel continued its scans, its crew confident in their technological superiority. They had no way of knowing that deep beneath the surface, humanity was preparing to redefine what was possible. The sphere in Maya's lab pulsed with power, a tiny sun of human potential, hidden from the galaxy's eyes. Soon, the time for hiding would be over. Soon, humanity would reveal what they had become. And the galaxy would never be the same. The warning came on what seemed like an ordinary Tuesday. Deep within Titan's quantum observation array, an automated system detected something that should have been impossible: a tear in the fabric of spacetime, expanding at an alarming rate on the edge of the solar system. Commander Rivera was in the middle of a routine inspection of Europa's hidden facilities when the quantum alert reached her. The message was simple: Protocol Omega. "It's happening." "Show me," she commanded, her neural interface connecting directly to the Titan array sensors. The visualization made her breath catch. A massive distortion was approaching, warping space itself as it traveled. Behind it, stars were going dark. "Alert from our observers," her AI reported. "All 14 alien observation posts have suddenly broken orbit. They're moving to intercept the anomaly." Elena allowed herself a grim smile. "After all these years of watching us, they're finally going to reveal themselves." Status of Project Prometheus. "All systems ready." Dr. Maya Patel's voice came through the quantum link. "The network is operational, waiting for your command." Throughout the solar system, humanity's hidden preparations began to stir. Beneath the ice of Europa, quantum cores powered up. In the clouds of Venus, phase-shifted laboratories emerged from their dimensional pockets. On Mars, ancient bunkers that had never appeared on any alien scan revealed their true nature. New transmission, the AI announced. The alien vessels are broadcasting on all frequencies. Let's hear it, Elena commanded. A chorus of alien voices filled the command center, their messages translated in real time. They spoke of evacuation, of an approaching catastrophe that would destroy the solar system. They offered to save as many humans as they could, to preserve at least a fraction of Earth's population. They thought they were making first contact in humanity's final hours. Response from the Security Council. Elena asked. Authorization granted. Protocol revelation is now active. Elena straightened her uniform, then opened a channel to all human facilities across the solar system. This is Commander Rivera. For 70 years, we have hidden our true nature from the galaxy. We have developed in isolation, choosing our own path while the stars watched and waited. Today, that waiting ends. She paused, watching as the tear in spacetime grew larger. Initiate Project Prometheus. All stations, execute your assigned protocols. Across the solar system, humanity's deception fell away. The primitive fusion drives on their ships vanished, replaced by quantum propulsion systems. Hidden cities phased into normal space. Defense platforms that had masqueraded as communication satellites revealed their true nature. The alien vessels stopped their approach, their sensors suddenly overwhelmed by the transformation taking place around them. "Ma'am," her eye reported, "we're receiving thousands of transmissions from the observer vessels. They're confused." "I imagine they are," Elena said. "Open a channel to all vessels, both known and hidden. Let's introduce ourselves properly." She stepped onto the quantum projection platform, her image appearing simultaneously on every alien ship in the system. "To all those who have watched us for so long, welcome to the real human civilization. We appreciate your offer of assistance, but we have a different solution to this crisis." On her command, the greatest achievement of human innovation revealed itself. A network of quantum cores, linked across the solar system, began to pulse in perfect synchronization. The technology they had developed in secret, free from the conventional paths of galactic development, was about to be tested against a threat that endangered everything. "Quantum network stable," Maya reported, "ready to initiate the barrier." Elena looked at the approaching distortion, then at the alien ships that had watched humanity for so long. "You stayed hidden because you wanted to see what we would do when faced with a crisis. You watched us struggle with primitive technology, thinking we were blind to your presence. Now watch what humanity can really do." She gave the command, and 70 years of secret development unleashed its power. A quantum barrier began to form at the edge of the solar system, using principles of physics that the galactic community had never discovered. The alien observers watched in stunned silence as humanity revealed its true face. They had thought they were coming to save a primitive species. Instead, they were about to witness something unprecedented, humanity showing the galaxy a new way to face the impossible. Senior observer Sorfol's scales had shifted to pure white, a color of absolute astonishment that his species rarely displayed. Around his ship, reality itself was being rewritten by human technology that shouldn't exist. The quantum barrier spreading across the solar system defied every known law of physics. It didn't just block the approaching space-time tear. It was actively repairing the fabric of the universe. "Impossible," Vera whispered, her tentacles writhing in agitation. Their development path, this technology, was never meant to be discovered. Commander Elena Rivera's voice came through their communication system. Her image appeared on their bridge, no longer degraded by primitive technology, at least not according to the galactic community's carefully planned development paths. Sorfol found his voice. "You knew. All this time, you knew we were watching." "Of course we knew. From the very first signal we detected, we understood what joining the galactic community would mean. Guidance, protection, knowledge, and the subtle chains of conformity that came with them. The barrier continued to expand, its quantum matrix rewriting the damaged space-time with surgical precision. Behind it, the stars that had gone dark began to shine again. But why? Sorthol demanded. Why choose isolation? Why reject the combined knowledge of thousands of civilizations? Maya Patel's image joined Alina's in their communication system, because your combined knowledge followed a single path. Every species that joined your community developed along predictable lines, building on each other's discoveries in careful, controlled steps. We chose to find our own way, Alina continued, to explore possibilities that your civilization had never considered. The quantum cores, the phase shift technology, the gravity manipulation, none of it would have been possible if we had followed your path. On their sensors, the space-time tear began to collapse in on itself, unable to penetrate the human quantum barrier. What thousands of alien civilizations had deemed an unstoppable catastrophe was being systematically dismantled by technology they couldn't even understand. Signal from the Galactic Council, Vera reported. They're requesting permission to study our sensor logs. Sorthol's scales rippled with incredulous amusement. The mighty Galactic Council, reduced to requesting data from an observation post because they couldn't understand what they were seeing. We have a counter-proposal, Alina said. Humanity is ready to join the galactic community. Not as students, but as equals. We have much to share, and perhaps much to learn as well. The quantum barrier completed its work, sealing the tear and stabilizing the damaged region of space. Throughout the solar system, humanity's true civilization emerged fully from its camouflage. Cities in the clouds of Venus, vast research complexes under Mars' surface, zero-point energy plants orbiting Jupiter, all revealed at last. Your civilization. Sorthol began. It's beyond anything we imagined possible. No, Maya corrected gently. It's beyond anything you were permitted to imagine. That's why we chose our own path. And now we offer the galaxy a choice. Continue along your carefully planned road, or join us in exploring what's really possible when evolution is unrestricted. As if to emphasize her point, a new kind of ship emerged from lunar orbit. It had no visible propulsion system, no conventional energy signatures. It simply moved, bending space around itself in ways that made Sorthol's scientific training scream in protest. The galaxy is changing, Alina declared. The old paths are no longer enough. The question isn't whether humanity will join your civilization. It's whether your civilization is ready to join humanity in discovering what comes next. In the silence that followed, Sorthol watched as more of the impossible human ships emerged. They had thought they were observing humanity's evolution. Instead, they had witnessed the birth of something entirely new, a civilization that had dared to ask what lay beyond the known paths. The true age of discovery was about to begin.